Our roof smells like bananas.
It really does.
That's
smell.
bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. You got the ceilings?
Made it.
You made it. Don't do this at home, kids.
Guess
It was
what? I'm sitting on the ceiling.
just across the road. Don't do this at home, kids.
This is our home.
So tight squeeze there, guys.
Alright, we know when
Our
you're ready.
roof smells like bananas.
It really does
That's
smell.
bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. The money shot, guys.
Alright. Alright.
That's our ceiling.
Alright. I'm here for it.
That's our ceiling.
You like it?
Yeah.
Nice.
My arms are killing me! Good morning and welcome back. We are working on the roof, the ceiling still. So we actually have made some decisions and I'm going to let you know about them. So these were our rails for the school bus, most of them encapsulated wires, which in some ways we wish we had known that we were going to use these sooner because then we could have run our wiring through them, but that is completely okay. We are going to use these almost as trim or brackets or framing, I don't know what you want to call it, for the ceiling. So we pulled these out of where we've been storing all of our like trash kind of, because we've been trying not to get rid of anything. My dad is very much a part of the thought process of like, don't get rid of anything until you're done with the project because you can always reuse stuff. So we're actually going to reuse these. That way we don't have to go out and buy wooden trim or anything like that or build wood boxes. We already have them here. So what I'm doing is I'm cleaning them up because they were in our like I said, trash pile. Cleaning them up. It's gonna storm today, so we're getting a little bit lucky. Like it's pretty windy here today and it's pretty gloomy, but I'm cleaning them up right now and pulling them into the bus because I'm gonna paint them white so that they look nicer, and then we're going to install them as we install the roof. So that's really exciting.
Okay, so for the ceiling, we ended up going back and forth just a little bit whether we kind of wanted like strips of boards or panels. And one we ended up on, basically we're taking pieces of plywood and they're gonna curve with the ceiling. We got 1/8 inch piece of eucalyptic. You like that? Eucalyptus plywood board. And it's so thin that we can actually curve it with the ceiling. And we're gonna be paneling the entire bus down front to back with that. And actually, since we measured it out and we got really lucky, the boards are 8 feet long and the ceilings with the curve is about 8 feet long. So we shouldn't have to make cuts, pretty much just put them up in the ceiling. After that, you can kind of see right here above me, we're going to have the creases in the ceiling where one board connects to the other. So we'll be taking little boards and making trim, going probably vertical and horizontal up and down the bus, and painting it a nice color to kind of make it pretty. So right now what I'm doing is we have all of our light fixtures and our speakers in the ceiling. So the attempted goal is basically find the center point of the board before it and measure out to the ceiling, and then measure to each fixture, and then pretty much copy the same thing on, this is the back side of our boards over here, the back side of the board. So find the center point, measure out, over, and then I started to try to cut the entire holes, but we're probably just cutting enough holes to get the wires through. So then that way I can end up trimming the holes after we're done to look something like that, to something a little bit more like that, so the picture can go back up there. So here's kind of what the board is gonna look like. The sides of it right now are not pressed all the way up against the roof the way it's curved. What we're gonna do is press those up against the roof and then actually put on the original metal panels. Brandy is painting them right now white so that way they'll match. And basically what they do is they cover the exposed wires. So they'll go from here, kind of curve over just before our windowsill starts. You can kind of see the screw hole there. And then this board will be above that, which will end up making it tight and flush to the roof. And then like I said before, the paneling will end up kind of sealing all these cracks, and we might put some more down that way just for decorative purposes. Okay, so there was a lot of trial and error, and I already put in all the panels from right where you can see all the way down to the end of the bus. So right now I'm going to be filming, putting this panel in. The only issue is this is where we're painting all of our stuff. So we're going to try our best, and if it looks like we're struggling, that's why.
That's because we are.
Smile. I'll be playing this back in the editing room for you. I like how we say the editing room for that. It's really just, you know, the couch.
So it's raining here, and we were in the bus just chilling, and we realized that we had a leak from our sunroof. So we're hurrying to try to put a tarp on top of it because it's going to be raining for like the next 24 to 48 hours. So Ben is on the roof now in the rain. It's really hard to show because I don't want to get the camera too wet, but yeah.
Johnny had that ice cream truck there.
This is bus life for you guys. Now I gotta go help Ben. I look crazy. Okay, so we've gotten a lot done with the ceiling, but we haven't filmed much. We're gonna explain more, but here's us putting up one of the side railings. The last one, actually, so, or at least second to last, so. So these actually were on the bus when we bought them. We took them off when we were doing our demo, and my dad multiple times said, like, make sure you keep those because you could always do blah 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 with them. And we always thought, no, we're not gonna do that, but we kept them anyways, and I'm glad we did because we're using them as basically our trim, our finishing, our rails for the bus, and they actually conceal some of our wires, especially on this side because there is like a cluster mess of wires on this side of the bus, some of which you can see right here, actually all of which you can kind of see right there. They go into our like wire panel, which is down there on the outside of the bus. But yeah, so we went with, basically this is plywood, right? Plywood?
Yeah.
This is basically plywood. It is an 1/8 of an inch eucalyptus plywood, so it was very bendable, very malleable, and basically there was a lip. I wish I had some of the lip to show you somewhere. There was a lip from kind of where the rails had been, and where the wires go, that we could just literally sit this on top of. So this is not screwed in at all right now, and it is completely secure. Like, you couldn't move this if you tried. We went through and we cut holes for our lights that are just hanging down right now. They do need to be grounded to the bus to make the lights turn on and make the wires grounded. So we will have to put those all back in eventually, and we have cut out some of the holes, not completely, of where there were speakers of a sound system that we're still going to keep and we're going to set back up. So just a little bit of ingenuity here. We thought we were gonna go with shiplap.
Yeah.
We were originally going to do shiplap, and then we decided to do this, and then we decided to do that, and we were inspired by, I think this was from the Bougie Bus on Instagram. We were inspired by kind of how we saw them do their roofing, and decided to kind of go down that route and decide like how we could do something similar. And then when we found these boards, it was just kind of perfect. So
we still need to put the trim on, basically in between each board panels after the fact. That'll seal it and then also help hold it a lot tighter. And we might run some vertical too, just to look.
So yeah, just some thoughts for you if you're doing a bus conversion, or if you are just watching along and enjoying this. That's what we did with the roof. It's not completely finished yet, but like, we got the ceiling. Like, look at the ceiling. It's looking really good. It kind of looks like the actual roof of the bus, but even better.